Hello, welcome to the first tutorial on how to create this perforated diagrid um, facade. So I'm working on this building, and here I've just built this surface as a reference. I've made it a little bit bigger and offset it from the building because I'm planning to create an outdoor balcony space, but whatever surface you use should be okay. So to start, build your surface, then open up Grasshopper, and firstly we'll need to reference in this surface. So set one reference, set it to that. Cool. And before we move on, I'm just going to flatten this surface because that will help later on. And now I'm going to essentially rebuild this surface onto the origin plane just so it's a little bit easy to work with. So I'll grab a dimensions component, plug that in, and then a rectangle component. And so our U dimensions will be the X size and V dimensions will be the Y size. And there we have that. So now I'm going to start creating diamond patterns within this rectangle. So I'm going to grab a diamond panels component. This component is a component from the Lunchbox plugin, which you can download from Food for Rhino. So the rectangle will go into our surface, and there you see we have a diamond panel pattern. However, these are too big. I want to make them a little bit smaller. So I'll just use 30 as the U and V divisions. And now that looks a lot better. So now we can grab these curves using a curve component. And reference them both in. And now I would like to offset them so that each one of these panels are a little bit spaced apart. To do that, we can use an offset curve component. And these are the curves we want to offset. And I want to offset them by 100 mil. However, you can see when we do this, it's actually offsetted to the outside, creating this continuous lines. I just want to offset them individually. To do that, we can just bring in a negative component. Cool. Now you can see we've offsetted each panel individually inwards. Okay. Now let's start working on how we can actually offset these panels with some sort of influence. So to do that, we'll grab a scale component. And so the geometry that we want to scale are these curves. So we'll plug that one in. However, we want to scale them individually from the center points of each panel, not as a whole. So to do that, we can grab polygon centers. Polygon center. And so we want the centers of these. And we can use that as the center there. And now you can see each one of these has been offset or scaled individually from that midpoint. Okay. Now in the next tutorial we can start working on what sort of attractive points or curves we can use to influence the factor of these scales. Thank you.